We're all planning the adult version of Simon Says, and it's called Science Says, which is one of the biggest sleight of hand tricks of modern civilization. Science is just a method, but it's being pushed as authority, and most people don't even realize the difference. People hear science says and then immediately surrender their own thinking, and that's because science is being framed as an institution instead of just a process. And institutions eat sovereignty for breakfast. The problem here isn't science, which is just expressed curiosity through disciplined observation. Real science is a relationship with reality that's pretty humble. It's testable, falsifiable, and is always asking questions to disprove itself. But what we're all witnessing isn't actually science, it's scientism, which is a religion built around the appearance of science. And what happens when we all defer to science says? Science becomes a form of priesthood when most people don't read the studies. They just read the headlines new study shows, and blindly trust a journalist summarizing a press release that was written by a PR team funded by a corporation. And the entire chain is hearsay dressed up as truth. And in that way, authority replaces intelligence. And instead of thinking, people reference something that's been said instead of what's being observed. Trust the experts then becomes code for outsource your perception. And now funding becomes truth, because if you can control the funding, you can control the research. If you can control research, you can control messaging. And if you can control messaging, you can engineer belief. And belief drives behavior, behavior drives markets. And in that, living knowledge is erased. Knowledge that was accumulated through ancestral lineage passed on word to mouth for tens of thousands of years. Something I care a lot about. Which is dismissed as unscientific because there's no institutions controlling it. And then the language becomes a trap because now people are defending things that they don't understand. Words like misinformation, peer-reviewed, or consensus get used like shields, which always raises a red flag for me because I'm not actually hearing an argument here, I'm hearing obedience signals. It's very easy to cling to scientism because it gives us a way out of responsibility. That lab coat said it, so I don't have to think. If that study says so, then I don't have to trust my own lived experience. If the consensus exists, I don't have to take a stand. It's all just permission to feel comfortable in someone else's narrative.